we're going to talk about the top 5 things that I would like to see improved here in Marvel Strike Force. Join with me today is McMole2. How's it going, my guy?
How is it going? We did the first couple over on my channel, so make sure you go check that one out.
Yes.
And we're doing that and finish up the list over here too.
Yes, so we split this video up into 2 parts. So there's a couple things that we're not going to talk about in this video. So be sure to head over to McMole2. I'll give you a brief introduction. You are a veteran player of Galaxy of Heroes and someone that I've always looked up for coming up with effective min-max strategies, to get the most out of your roster and spend efficiently. And frankly, you've kind of wailed out and you've been playing for like 6 months and you've got full Black Order team. Anyways, but I think what I like about talking to you is that you have a unique perspective of where the game is at after only playing the game for 6-7 months. And I kind of lost that because that stuff happened a long time ago. So we discussed a bunch of stuff over on your channel, and let's talk about the first thing, and that is better QA or bugs control. Now, oh my God. So the running joke is this, is that we are the master beta testers, and there are a lot of in-game bugs currently in the game, and I'm just going to give this one example right now. Is on Phoenix inside of her ultimate. It says gain 50,000% extra focus. This is in fact not true. It is flat focus, and the reason why not only does the code suggest that it's wrong and that it's not working in game, but it affects my gameplay almost every day when I try to get rid of the negative effects on Colossus, and he only has 1,000%, and it turns out that 50,000 flat is not even close to 1,000%. So what is your experience about bugs in this game compared to other games that we've played? It's just unprecedented, right?
Yeah, I mean, as much grief as we give Galaxy of Heroes, and they'll have bugs and glitches every now and then, but it's never for something like this. Like anytime we get a new character in this game, there's always at least something wrong with that character. I mean, Domino and the X-Force, when they came out, they've had to actually redo parts of Domino's kit because they just couldn't get it to work properly.
Cable, Ebony Maw, Thanos. We're talking about Ironheart.
Oh my gosh, Black Order as a whole were just bugs.
Black
Bolt, they weren't working properly.
Black Bolt still doesn't work right. Black Bolt doesn't even work right. And so I guess the point that we're making is that, and I've seen this, like Cable came out bugged the first week also, right? They fixed anything that is to the player's advantage almost instantly. But if something is wonky or bugged, but it's like like bad and it hurts the player, like this right here with the Phoenix, right? It's not working, and if they fix it, it would be a buff to her. They don't fix that, or they take their time on that. But in stuff that is to the player's advantage seems to get fixed within hours. And I got to tell you, I stream right when the patches come out, right when the server resets, and we find within an hour or two, we almost at least 2-3 times a week we find a bug. And we literally are their testing program, which is absurd, right?
Yeah.
And I just, the level and the frequency of bugs in this game, I've not experienced in Galaxy of Heroes. Now, they have no new content over there, and I'm very grateful for the new content here, which is constant. There's probably more content that's come out in this game in the last 2-3 weeks and than they have for the entire year. But, that's probably part of the problem as well. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think the big one to talk about is the ability challenge.
Which one?
When that was the last 3 tiers of the ability enhancement challenge. Like that got fixed.
Okay, so
and that got fixed quick.
Yeah, and so I get this question quite a bit. Which one is that? That is wonky.
It was tiers 10 and 11, I believe, were both broken.
On the ability
enhancements?
enhancements?
Maybe just been tier 10.
Ability
enhancements.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of people say, why are the rewards nearly the same on all of these? And it had to do with a
bug. There was that chat in Envoy last night. Someone had just come back and he was like, hey, what's up with the equal rewards across the 3 tiers? And it's like, well, it got broken so that tier 10 could just be auto with like Nebula.
Yeah, all of the basically tiers 11, 10, and 12 were auto playable with one character, and people were able to get to tier 12, and they didn't know how to fix it. So what they did is they just leveled the last 3 tiers, and It was
Yeah.
let's just not even talk about it too much because it's long. It's very complicated. But this is what you need to know. This was the best possible solution, or else everybody was going to be pissed off. Anyways, let's go to the. So we talked about quality assurance. We already talked about Alliance War on your channel. We already talked about Blitz on your channel. Let's talk about Arena. Oh
man.
Okay, let's talk about Arena now. I don't want to complain a lot because right now I don't have a full Black Order team. So, but the problem that I have in the Arena, and I'm not going to explain it at length, but there's a mechanic in game that they can't seem to fix called Slingshot, where if you win the match, let's say within 30 seconds of your payout, you can see I'm 10 hours and 23 minutes. But if I was 30 seconds away and I win my match and I'm at number 1, and then suddenly I'm at 17. Have you ever had that happen to you?
Oh yes, yeah. No, I've taken first and then get my payout, and I'm back in like the 20s, and I'm like, what? How? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and it's like within hours, within minutes of it's supposed to be ending, you suddenly get bumped into the teens or higher, and it's just broken. And the other thing that's super annoying is that there's actually a way of locking people out of battle and indefinitely, so you can lock your position at 1 and 2. Anyways, here's the thing: is the system is broken. They've made little to no attempt to fixing it, and it's basically made, in my opinion, Arena useless. Like, I don't take it seriously. Like, I just play my 5 battles wherever I land. I'm not gonna fight people in the last 1 second of battles to time it correctly so I don't get slingshotted. I just don't care enough about it, and it's basically. This arena mode was one of my passions in Galaxy of Heroes. It just made me not care about this game mode at all. I mean, if I had a full Black Order team and I could sit at number 1, that'd be fine, but I don't have that. What are your thoughts about this?
I mean, I've never seen something this weird before. Like, well, I didn't realize what was going on at first until I saw someone talking about Slingshot, and they explained what it was, and I was like, who signed off on that system game put into this game?
Right.
Like, I've never seen something this archaic and confusing thrown into a mobile game before. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't belong here.
They literally just have to go play Galaxy of Heroes for like 2 days and do whatever they do over there and it'll be fine. I don't understand this at all. So let's go to the next thing that's on the list here. And this one is the milestone rewards for the achievements are absolutely absurd. They make no sense at all. Let's just talk about this. Spend 520,000 arena credits. And I know there was a Reddit post about this. Literally, this gets converted into Ultimus fragments. Anybody that has this amount of arena credits, they have a 7-star Hulk. This is 1/10 of an orb fragment, which is maybe 20,000 gold. Maybe 20,000 gold. They can keep their rewards. This is garbage. Like this right here is a new reward right here, so that one's substantial. But these other ones that they came out when the game first came out are completely archaic and outdated and unimportant. Where are you on Hulk? And you've only been playing the game for,
I've got enough to take him up to 6 stars, but yeah, I mean, looking through this, like I'm up to like 220,000 Blitz credits, up to 180,000 arena credits. And I'm at 230 out of 200 on Hulk.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even upgrading him because I don't use him, but yeah.
Yeah, and then not only is Hulk relatively not that important, but the rewards next to them. This is nothing. This is a third of a premium orb. Forget you. Fix your game. I mean, God, goodness, this is such an unimportant amount of just it's absolutely garbage. It's literally trash. Anyways, they're just
it's trash.
It's insultingly bad. The rewards at this level. Next, we got to talk about PvP a little bit. I know that it's beta. I get that, and that they're working on it. But there's 2 issues with it. One, there's no rewards, which I hope they fix. I don't know what their plans are, but I'm really anxious. But are you aware that actually what side of the screen actually matters? And it just does not work correctly?
You and I talked about this the other day. Like, I don't really do live PvP, but yeah, when you explained it to me and I watched some videos on it, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so
like that's absurd.
Yeah, and they haven't fixed it, and I know they know about it, but I'll just give you the example of it, is that it happens when two effects go off at the same time, and when both passive effects trigger at the same time, the order of operations is different depending on what side of the screen you're on. So, for example, let's say you're playing Human Torch and I'm playing Yo-Yo, right? You're playing Human Torch and I'm playing Yo-Yo. So he says, on turn, flip one negative effect on self into a positive effect. Now, Yo-Yo says at the beginning of another player's turn, apply offense down, right? Well, which triggers first? It depends on what side you're on. And so, depending on what side you're on, Torch either has offense up or he has offense down when you're playing against Yo-Yo. What the hell? Like, fix this stuff. Like, it's insane that this is a thing. And the order of operations when passive effects trigger at the same time is wonky. Other good examples that was pointed out in a casino video is like Loki, when they drop below a certain level of health, they go into stealth. Or what if the opposing team has War Machine, and when they drop below a certain health, there's a chance that they'll get taunt, right? Well, which triggers? It depends on what side you're on. Depending on what side you're on, the opposing Loki goes into stealth, and if you're on the other side, he gets taunt. It's crazy. It's absolutely maddening.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, man. Like, there's gotta be some weird spaghetti code in place with that.
So
and that's the only explanation.
Yeah, they need to either randomize it or standardize it. As long as it's the same on both sides, it's not going to matter. And then lastly, what are we going to talk about? Oh, that's it.
Updates to the raids and events.
Oh, yes, the raids and the events. Okay, so the events are a little outdated, and so are the raids. And believe it or not, this was a big problem in February when the boycott started. There was a lot of complaints about the raids. And specifically, now we have two different points of view, like on the beta raids. And my problem with the alpha, beta, gamma raids, all of those, is that I wouldn't even mind a difficulty selector on them because it seems like it's kind of stale, and I literally put autoplay. But then you were saying that it's forcing you to upgrade useless characters, and that's a different kind of frustration. So talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, so the beta and the alpha raids are fine because they're pretty generic. Like the beta raid we have going on, you can use like skill, mystic, tech. There's very broad like availability on who you can use in there. I'm trying to remember who we can use in the alpha raid.
I literally,
but it's not really restrictive.
I'm literally put it on autoplay and have no idea. I've been in the same lanes for such a long time, and I built those teams up, and it's literally like Ultimate 7 is actually challenging and engaging, but I'm not finding that to be in the beta raids. Literally, it's almost as mindless in Blitz, which is the reason why I don't like Blitz. And then lastly, they need to do something with that. Well,
hold on, because I guess I got to talk about the Gamma raid too. Because the Gamma raid, that's the one that drives me nuts, because that's one you have to use like specific teams like Kree, Han, Ravager, Guardians, Mercenaries, Brotherhood, Shield. They're very specific on what you got to use, but like if you run to nodes where you have to use like Kree or you have to use hand on them, I mean, if you have Minerva and Captain Marvel, fine, but if you're a newer player, you can't really swing bringing in those Kree minions, and I'm not gonna upgrade my hand just to use them in a couple of raid nodes. So it's kind of one of those things where I'd like to see the requirements broadened a little bit for Gamma, and then also add that difficulty slider in too, because it's gotten pretty stale.
And then we touched on this briefly. Specifically some of these ability challenges are outdated, and like this one here particularly, the Catalyst of Change. The problem with this right here is that the difference between ABCs is not that apparent to everybody, but each character needs about 300 ABCs, and so every time a new character comes out, you have a shortage of like 300 ABCs, right? You know you're going to need 300 ABCs. What's not apparent is going up to 14 is the amount of SBCs that are needed is nearly 1,000 per character, and this challenge doesn't give this challenge gives some, but the one that's really annoying is the relic challenge. Yeah, the event challenge for the relic event in the hand event, which just ran the other day. I've already played it. Let's see here. You
can still pull up the event. You can still pull up the rewards for it.
Okay, so here's the problem is that, so you get 30 times 3, right? Not only are these SBCs 3 times less valuable. Basically, for this to be a push, we would have to be getting 90, and that would be equal amounts. Does that make sense what I'm saying there? Because
yeah, I mean, we need to. This is like a once a month event.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't see these very often, and they're not exactly rewarding either.
What I'm trying to say is 1 SBC is not the same as 1 ABC. In fact,
yeah,
3 SBCs is equal to 1 ABC, because you only need about 300 ABCs to level up a character, where you need nearly 1,000, sometimes 1,140 on certain characters, SBCs to go to max level. And so for them to give a third less when it should be really 3 times more, basically getting 30 SBCs once a month because of the relic event is not a meaningful amount of SBCs when you almost need 1,140 to take up a character like Ebony Maw. So this number right here, really, just to even be even with the ABCs, needs to be like 90 times 3, like 270 per this event. That would be a meaningful amount, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah, we need way more.
Okay. So head over to McMole's channel, and the link will be in the description. We'll talk about some other things we'd like changing it, but we've got to talk about the giveaway, which is also something that drastically needs to be addressed in this game. I'm actually kind of outraged about this. Are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
The question is, are the viewers ready?
This is a big deal. This is a huge problem in Marvel Strike Force. Okay. So I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you were in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star beast nipple. This is not a scam. So this is a video from Marvel Contest of Champions that was brought to my attention by Seaton, where it's actually showing them creating the character model for Beast, and he's actually touching up Beast's nipple in this video. And I'm gonna play a couple seconds of it here. You can actually see him like upgrade, like actually drawing up the Beast nipple in this video. Well, I don't know where it went, but it was here just a second ago. But there's literally Beast nipple creation footage right there. And in Marvel Strike Force, there are 0 nipples anywhere. I don't get it. Look at Namor. What is wrong with? Isn't that weird? Look at Namor.
Dude, I always thought that was like a piece of armor or something, because I was like, I just couldn't comprehend that was like a nippleless character model.
So Beast has no nipples. Iron Fist has no nipples. We were just going through the list. Call doesn't even have nipples. I guess it's like because they can't put nipples for the females, they can't put them for the males. Is that what they're doing? I don't understand what's going on. Like it's almost strange. Like Thing doesn't have nipples. The symbiotes, nothing. They systematically removed all nipples from Marvel Strike Force. Come on, fix your game.
Make nipples oh my gosh, make nipples great again. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. It's just I actually don't really want to see. Truth be told, I mean, if they're gonna put Venom's tongue in this game, but not put his nipples, come on, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh my god, it just seems so weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time I don't really care, but with Namor, it's just so jarring.
Yeah,
you just can't help but notice.
Namor is the really weird one, and it kind
They've got his like chest all shiny and glossy and everything, and then you're like, where's? Oh, my battery just died.
All right, well we're gonna end the video right there, because McMole needs to get a $10 extension cord. If you ever see McMole on stream, donate money for him to buy an extension cord. We talked about this before we started the video. All right, guys.
I know.
Thanks for watching, and keep on gaming, and head over to McMole.